There's one right there. That feels good.
There's one. Wow. That's a net full.
There we go.
Good one. Real good one.
Look at that beast.
Beautiful. We got it. Wow, that's a big one, dude.
That's what it's all about, man.
Nice job, you two.
Lund Boats proudly presents the ultimate fishing experience. This week on Lund's The Ultimate Fishing Experience. Years of high precipitation have caused Bitter Lake in northeastern South Dakota to expand to over 15,000 acres. With that expansion came a substantial increase in lake structure, including lots of submerged timber, rock piles, even old farm implements and submerged roadbeds. Plenty of habitat for its healthy population of walleyes. Before the weeds get too thick in early summer, Lund Pro Seth Lubers likes to fish shallow for active walleyes, fishing in as little as 2 or 3 feet of water over the tops of new weed growth. On today's trip, Seth is bringing his friend, fellow Lund Pro and mentor, Ted Takasaki, to join in on the fun.
Hey guys, it's Seth Lubers. I'm here with my friend Ted Takasaki, and we are in northeastern South Dakota and gonna fish Lake Bitter today, Bitter Lake. We're gonna do something a little bit different. We're gonna fish 2, 3, maybe 1 4 foot of water, and we're fishing for big walleye, Ted. And the weeds are just starting to come up, and so it's really easy to fish shallow running crankbaits, plastics over the tops of those weeds that are coming up, and the fish just come out and they smoke it.
Man, I am just super stoked. I can't wait. I'm just gonna go fishing and let Seth guide me everywhere we go. I've never been on Bitter, so I've heard it's a great lake. I can't wait.
Let's do it, buddy. Yeah, so we're mid-June right now, and mid-June is usually a great time to fish. The one thing that can make it slightly tricky is, so the fish every year on a lot of these lakes in the river, they start shallow, right? Because they spawn. And then those fish, sometimes, a lot of the time, they will slide out until the vegetation, the weeds, start coming up. The weeds, shallow, are coming up now in 2, 3, 4 foot of water. And so the cool thing is those weeds are about halfway up. So it presents a nice little window here to fish over the tops of those weeds.
I love fishing weeds, and walleyes love weeds, and fishing these shallow weeds, I mean, you can hit them in the pockets with jigs, you can run crankbaits over the top of them. There's so many different ways to catch these fish, and I am, again, just super stoked to get out there and catch them.
Yeah, and so that's exactly what we're gonna do today. We're gonna start shallow, 2, 3, 4 foot of water, and we're gonna try to keep the boat off the primary weed edge, right? So you wanna keep the boat off because you don't wanna spook these fish. And then we're gonna throw up towards shore. And I'll tell you what, be ready as soon as that bait hits the water, because sometimes they'll hit it right away.
Oh, no doubt about that.
Right above it, they'll hit it. So be ready. And then we're gonna run some shallow running crankbaits. We're gonna run some swim baits, paddle tails, and we're gonna bring them right over the weeds. A lot of times, once the sun comes up, depending on the wind, the fish can slide out. So if those fish slide out, we're gonna follow them. And so we could very well work our way out today, out a little bit deeper on there's some sunken islands, there's timber, there's rock piles, and we might work our way out on those as the fish slide out if they pull out of the weeds, and we'll catch them out there.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
It's a little better. This is a better fish. All right. Oh yeah, looks like a nice walleye here, Teddy.
All right, buddy. All right, come to Papa here. Got him.
There we go.
All
That
right,
one
way
there.
to go.
That, tell you what, guys, we had a few clouds come in, and the winds picked up a little bit, and guess what else has happened? The bite's fired up. I mean, look at this nice fish. That's about a 19, 20 incher.
Oh yeah, beauty.
This is kind of what this lake is known for, guys. I mean, there's just a lot of this type of fish in this lake. Look at the color. I mean, just a beautiful fish. Ted, what do you think of that? Look at the color
awesome,
on
man.
that thing, man.
Way to
Beautiful
go.
fish. Beautiful fish.
Good job.
Thank you. The big thing with these lakes is wind, right? And so we've had some wind picked up and we've seen the bite follow that. So just pull your jig, pull your bait right across the bottom, just kind of pop it. And when these fish are firing like they are right now, they snap it and it's a lot of fun. And 3 foot of water, guys, 3 foot of water.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Mercury Marine. Go boldly.
If it's a walleye, it's one we want. I don't know if it's a walleye though.
Oh yeah, it's a big
Look.
crappie or a catfish.
No, it's not a catfish.
It's a walleye. It's
a weird looking one. Look at that bugger. Look at him.
Oh, that's a sweet fish,
Man, is
Ted.
that a cool looking
wow.
fish.
Look how dark that fish is, man. That's a weed walleye, Teddy.
Unbelievable.
That is a cool fish.
Look at how dark he is. Oh, this coloration is the darkest walleye I've seen in South Dakota lakes. I mean, some Minnesota or Canadian lakes are dark, but that's really a pretty fish. All right, you bet. Smack that old plastic worm. Man, he hit it hard too. All right, this one I think can go in the well. We're gonna keep working this little spot. I think they come up on the hump and then drop back down off the hump, and we're just happen to intercept them when that actually happens. And they're just taking a jig and a ringworm, and I mean, that one really smacked it hard. Oh, hey, Merry Christmas.
What do you got there, Teddy?
I don't know, it's big, whatever it is. Holy cow.
What do we got here,
I don't know. It's like another whitey, but
whitey.
it's huge. It's fighting anyway, like a huge one. Holy cow.
Bring him over here.
Yeah.
Step to the left of you here. I'll grab it.
Right.
Oh, there you go.
All right. Yeah. Nice.
Another tanker. Man, these
You
white
bet.
bass in South
They
Dakota are
a
something, aren't
blast.
they?
Oh yeah. God dang it, man. It hit like a ton of bricks. It's probably best I keep my fingers away from.
Yeah, those things are known to flop at any moment. Holy cow. I mean, that's about as good as it gets, huh?
Oh yeah. That's a nice fish. All right. Charlotte likes fish.
The technique that we're doing is shallow crankbaits, jigs, paddle tails, ribworms, been today. Just swim them through here. And people oftentimes get discouraged if you get some weed on there. That's okay, all right? If you don't get some weed on your lures, you're not fishing close enough to the structure, to the weed line. So get some weed. Look at that. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. I got a little weed on there, not gonna hurt anything. Just clean it off. If you're fishing on the edge of these weeds, that's where the fish are, and that's where you want your baits to be. The cool thing about when you find spots like this is, especially on a lake like this, is it's easily repeatable, Ted, in different areas. There's a lot of islands around here, and you can repeat this setup in 20, 30, 40 other places. So you fish one, go to the next one, and fish filter through these spots all day, all night, all day. This could be decent. Walleye, nice walleye.
Oh yeah.
Here you go, baby. Just thumped it.
Yeah,
baby.
Way to go, buddy. Nice.
South Dakota, beautiful walleye. Look at that jig, just T-boned it.
Nice.
Look at that. This is beautiful 20, 21 inch Bitter Lake walleye. It's really what this lake's known for. There's just so many of these 20-inch fish in this lake, and this is what people travel from states miles around to come here to catch these fish. And just show you what I'm using here on this. God, I mean, just good fish. I'm sorry, buddy. But we'll just show you here, just a jig, plastic, just popping it, working it along the bottom. And the cool thing is you can feel the slack line. You can see your line jump. and just set the hook, guys, and the fish are there. We'll show you kind of the business end of the rod and reel today. I've got a 7.2 medium light, extra fast. It's got a nice backbone, nice power through here. It's got an extra fast tip. So when I go and set that hook, I've got the backbone there to really plant this jig in that fish. I'm using a 10-pound braid. I've got a fluorocarbon 14-pound fluorocarbon leader. Just a nice 2500 series reel. Gets just enough line on there. It's good weight, so you can cast this setup all day. All right, guys, for baits, we just been firing through a few different ones. I got a ringworm on a jig head. This is a 1/4 ounce jig head. It's allowing me to work that bait at a decent speed. We've been running shallow running crankbaits, number 5, number 7, shallow running, running those through the top, and then some paddle tails. And just I'm firing through, and if I find something that catches a fish, it gives me that confidence to keep using that bait. I'll fire it out, keep firing it out. And if I go cold, I'll switch something else. If that catches a fish, I'll do that. So just keep firing through baits, fire through colors. The sun changes, the sun goes up and down, you get wind, and just fire through different colors and find what the fish want, and then repeat it once you find them.
That's not a very big one. Might be keeper.
It's an eater. You know fishing's good, Ted, when you're flipping in eaters, man. Look at that. Hey, Ted, you hear that? The sizzling of the frying pan? That's where that one's going, buddy.
Perfect. Yeah. Release to the grease. You want it in bad.
You remember the first time we met?
Yeah, I had a seminar that I was giving. You came up afterwards, wanted to go pre-fish one of these tournaments, those NWT tournaments.
Yeah. So why I asked was you were telling a story about a co-angler, about pre-fishing and traveling with you and whatnot, and I just got to thinking, I'm like, why can't I do that?
Well, I tell you what, Seth, I mean, I get approached by a lot of different people, and one thing I found out about you is that you're not only an avid fisherman, but you're a genuine great person, a genuine human being, and I recognized that right away. When we went to that first tournament, it was pretty amazing that you're a hard worker, and I really was impressed the first time we got together.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. I've learned a lot from you, Ted, and you know, it's been fun fishing together, you know, on our trips today, and you know, I'm glad that we met. I'm glad you gave me the time of day, and it's been fun to work together on a lot of projects and fishing, and you've been a great role model for me, and I you know, I appreciate that. Big old whitey.
Yep. Oh yeah. God, he got a lot of power.
What do you got there, Teddy?
All right. Big white bass. Nice.
You got those dialed in, don't you?
You bet. They're a lot of fun to catch.
Lots of fun to catch. I mean, pound for pound, they put up a pretty good fight.
Yeah.
There you go, buddy.
Thank you. That one wasn't coming off. Beauty. A lot of fun.
Can't go wrong with a big old whitey. It's a good fight.
I'm telling you, they taste great.
We're fishing Bitter Lake, and this is really a fascinating lake. And the lake actually started as a lagoon up north. It was a lagoon, and it stunk, and that's how I got the name Bitter. And this lake really kind of took hold in 1997. And that winter, they had about 150, 160 inches of snow up here. And all these lakes are connected, you know, from Pickerel, Enemy Swim, Waubay, Rush. They're all connected. And the water just kept coming down. All that snow melted, flooded down here into Bitter, and it blew up. That's really when the lake kind of took hold in 1997. And that water's still coming down. This lake is getting bigger. And it's fascinating because there's so many different ways, so many different techniques you can fish it. You can be fishing trees 1 minute, you can be fishing a deep basin the next minute. There's farm equipment that's underwater, sunken islands, potholes, so it's fascinating. Any way you want to fish, you can fish it the way you want to fish it. There's fish everywhere, they're big, they're healthy, and it's just an awesome, awesome lake here in South Dakota. So I often get ask guys like, hey, where should I start fishing? And what I like to look for is natural funnels, all right? I like to look for structure. And we have a point here, we have a point here, and we have a funnel right here. So on the bottom of this point, nice sandy bottom, and there's just fish cruising through here, and they're eating. And we're picking them off as they come through. We're getting some big ones, we're getting some eaters, we're getting all kinds of fish right now. I'm not ready, hold on, nice walleye. Another walleye, Teddy, decent one, buddy. Here we go. Oh yeah, oh yeah. That is a beautiful fish, bud. Oh, got him. Whew.
Nice.
I mean, just a beautiful fish. And my bait is T-boned. I mean, these fish. So what we found here is a little point that's got some rock off a little bit, and it's got some weed off, and we're just fishing the bottom of this point that's clean. And there's just fish cruising around, and they're smoking the baits, Ted. I mean, this is fun.
You bet.
Beautiful fish, man. This is a perfect eater. All right, there you go. There's supper. Another tip with the shallow water casting is high vis line. And what I'm doing is I'm casting it out, reeling slow. When I see the slack go into the line, the lure, that means the lure just hit the bottom, so reel. You want it just to barely tick bottom. So do that, watch it. And then when you see the line jump, that's the bite. And when you see that, set the hook, all right? That's when you're gonna catch the fish. So get some high vis line, watch the boat. When the slack's in, reel it, that's the bottom. When it jumps, that's the fish, set the hook. Oh, Ted, here we go, buddy. Nice walleye. Nice walleye.
All right, I'm here. I'm coming. I got the net.
Here you go, buddy. It's my birthday fish.
Oh,
baby.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah!
Yeah, man.
Woo!
Whoa, man.
All right, guys, look at this. Just a beautiful fish. This is what we came here for, isn't it, Teddy?
You
I mean,
bet,
these are the
man.
fish.
Good job.
Look at this. These are the fish you hear about out here. These big, healthy, mean walleye. It hit so close to the boat, caught me by surprise. Just a big, healthy fish. Beautiful fish, Ted. And this is what you fish. If you fish these shallow weeds, these shallow rocks, you find big fish like this one, buddy.
You bet.
All right,
There you go,
buddy.
man. Let's let this big dog go. And went like a banshee.
Today we're fishing out of my 2075 Lund Pro V. What I like about it is the versatility, all right? So I can be fishing a big lake with this IPS2 hole, throws the water, very nice, very comfortable ride. I can be fishing like we have been today in a couple feet of water and it's just fine. So I like the versatility, all right? Number two, the storage. There is zero wasted space in this boat. I can fill this thing full of tackle, and I've got so much room in this boat, and I always am prepared when I'm out here on the lake. Number three is the Lund Sport Track. I can move rod holders anywhere in this boat without drilling a single hole. I can put cup holders, I can put tool holders. Anything you want, the Lund Sport Track is perfect. Probably my favorite thing about my boat is the rod locker. I have that thing full with 15 to 20 rods at all times. So no matter what technique I want to fish on any given day, my rods are in my boat and they're protected and they're safe.
I've also run the 2075 as well as the 2175 in the past. I've got also these Mercury Pro XS, the 300 on the back here, and then a 15 horse kicker. I think that's a perfect combination for this boat. It gets it up and out of the hole lightning quick. And I mean, you don't have to even mess around. You just put the throttle down and it pops right up. It tracks extremely well, either going forward or backwards, and that's what's amazing about the hull on this boat. Everything about this boat, again, is designed by fishermen, built for fishermen, and if you're a fisherman, this is a boat that you need. Good one. It's not a whitey.
Fish?
Yep.
Nice one?
Well, it's staying down and not moving around.
Oh boy, Teddy, what do you got, buddy?
I don't know, man.
It's staying down.
Let's hope it's a Waldo. If it is, it's a nice one.
Sure looks like a walleye to me, Teddy.
It does. Oh yeah.
Yeah! Woo! Where's your bait, buddy? It's choked in its throat, man.
Nice.
Holy moly, that's a
That's a good
nice
one.
fish. Where's your bait, Ted?
Oh my gosh, look at
Man,
this.
Ted, what a special fish, man. I'll tell you what,
You bet.
it's been a treat to fish out here with you. You know, we don't get to fish for fun together very often. And,
bet.
you know, Bitter Lake is known for these quality fish like here, guys. Come out here, cast shallow. We've been pitching over weeds, they're coming up. We've been fishing the edges, and there's been a lot of fish loaded in here. It's been a ton of fun. Come out here, do these techniques, you're gonna catch fish just like this.
Let's get this guy back in the
All
water,
right,
huh?
let's let her go.
All right, you bet.
There he goes. That's what it's all about. Throw them back to make more.
You bet, buddy.
Those are our best
Great
spawners,
day.
man. Great day. Oh, you wanted to say happy birthday to me? Well, thank you. Chloe, I'll be home tomorrow, and you gotta give me a big hug.
Daddy, big hug.
Dad needs a big hug.
Big hug.
I need the biggest one you got.
You want to sing happy birthday? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Daddy. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you so much. That was very nice.
I see you tomorrow.
Yep, see you tomorrow. I love you. All right, Dad's gonna go night-night. Will you tell me night-night?
Tell me night. That's a good night.
Dad's going night-night, yep.
Thanks for joining us. If you'd like more information, check out lundboats.com or these other online outlets.